Hello, my name is FranciscoMacelino. I'm a student in the UTAD and my PhD on electrical and computer engineering. My project here called Digital Twins Applied to Healthcare. My supervisors are Antônio Valente, Salviano Soares, and Nuno Ferreira. My motivation here in this project. The growth of the world population has also triggered an increase in demand for the health treatments. This made the health system ineffective for certain type of treatment, such as physical therapy. The high demand for physiotherapeutic treatment has caused a necessity in personalized and quantified accompaniment from the professional in this area to the patient. This scenario, systems that provide infrastructure for information and communication technologies through integration with devices that provide sensing and performance are viable alternatives for maintaining the scope of patient care. In this image, it's a kind of a prototypes we made here in our lab, and uh, you can have here the patient uh, using the system, the real time with the avatar in the screen. Okay. Our research topics divided by digital twins applied to healthcare, biofeedback and biotelemetry, physiotherapeutic process using gamification, and IoT used for healthcare. This my PhD work plan can be divided by my curricular plan and the second topic, building a framework architecture for biofeedback and biotelemetry system. After that, building applied projects like examples we can use in this framework, using this framework for the old aged people. After that, safety software verification, test and validate the system. And the final one, that my thesis writing, where we will do a compilation for all papers and articles and journal and international conferences. In my curricular plan, in my option 2, tópicos avançados de processamento digital de sinais, I have this paper called Motor Rehabilitation and Biotelemetry Data Acquisition with Kinect. This paper was in the BioDevice 2020, where this paper aims to develop a system that paired together with the exercise game project, Exor Game, can acquire and the motion data acquired in the game for an easier and faster analysis of the patient's growth, relying on graphs, tables, and other visual indicators to improve the evaluation of the physiotherapeutic treatments. The usage together with the Exor game also has benefits such as increased patient compliance with the treatment and improvement in well-being. We used this project like the first image in my presentation, where the patient can uh, use to how can I say, the Kinect can get the information and movement from the patient and everything you can see in the real time in the with the avatar, with the points, with the extra game like this. In my option 3, microsensores and microactuadores, my paper was called Gamified Platform to Aid Physiotherapeutic Treatment of Epicondylitis. It was our international event where this paper was SEGA 2020, where the studies an approach to improve the patient's engagement with concern for usability and acceptance by patients using gamified platform created, capable to capturing the time of exposure to the movement in the squeezing a hand grip and expressing the patient's results through the reading of neuromuscular signal captured by the myo armband. We have a lot of sensor put the patient where he to treatment of condylitis. It was uh, a good results we had in this paper. Nice. And this moment where we will build the framework architecture for biofeedback and biofeedback and biotelemetry system. And this project uses previous results as a base to identify at a high level the information structure that must travel in this type of architecture, as well the way they will be made available to consume it by an application layer, where we have a connect to physical sensor in this layer. Can I see here? On this layer, I have the physical sensor. In every data came here to our framework where we have our database here, and all this data from the Kinect sensor here in our database will be consumed here in this application layer. This image is the same one, so here you can see better here when from the data until where the application will consume here. Okay. This project is this work is in progress now, not finished yet. And that after the framework, the use of this framework, we have a kind of project we doing here in our labs in IFPI. Our framework would be using the Unreal Engine. This Unreal Engine is used a lot of kinds of projects and doing games too. And here in this image, it's a blueprint. You can use this kind of data blocks here, or you can do the traditional programming with C++. So we're trying to use our framework to build other kind of blueprints to become easier to other kind of professionals can use our framework to do other kinds of projects to healthcare, right? This image, it's our prototype using to sword art, martial arts, Japanese martial arts using swords. Like this one, it's the name of this kind of swords is used in the kendo. That's the same of this kind of martial arts. And here we have the first screen in our prototype, where you can use here the user ID, the password, and the number of session here to start the session, where you can use the sword to hit the light when light change the color. And all the workflow you can see in this image and this image here, where you can hear the athlete with exchange data with the trainer, where the trainer can register the session, and the athlete they can use this data to improve the movements and everything put in the database here, the application and connect Unreal and connect V 2.0 or Azure Connect work together the Unreal Engine. We're trying to do prototypes here and put everything in our framework next time. The safety software verification, this work is progress the next year. And here my timeline. start from 2020 until 2023. My output in PhD in last year, 2020, two published international conference articles, and 2019, three published international conference articles. In this moment was a comparison and IFPI, where I work now, with UTAD, expecting more articles publication journal and international conference until the finish my PhD. So here's my mail, everything you need to talk about my project and to exchange information and experience. And thank you.